Bob gets laid off tomorrow. So do you. Same company, same severance package, same 3 months to figure it out. Bob panics, starts applying everywhere, takes the first offer he gets, probably for less money than before. You check your phone, see another dividend payment just hit your account, and realize this might actually be the push you needed. Same crisis, completely different relationship with what happens next. The difference isn't luck or connections or some secret skill Bob doesn't have. It's that you spent the last few years building something Bob never even knew existed. Level 1 is when you hit $1,000 in annual dividend income. That's $83 a month flowing into your account whether you show up to work or not. Sounds small, but it represents something massive. You've proven to yourself that money can work while you sleep. The math to get there? Roughly $25,000 invested in dividend-paying stocks yielding 4%. But here's what most people don't understand about these 10 levels. The gap between level 1 and level 10 isn't what you think it is. There's a mathematical quirk that makes year 8 through 10 feel completely different from years 1 through 7. If you're tired of feeling trapped by your paycheck, if you're sick of knowing that missing work means missing money, this channel exists for you. Hit subscribe because we're about to break down exactly how ordinary people escape this cycle. And I'll show you research that proves why passive income literally feels different in your brain than earned income, even when it's the same dollar amount. Let me introduce you to Sarah because her story reveals why most people think dividend investing is either too slow or too complicated, when actually it's the fastest legitimate path to freedom that exists. Sarah started with $0 and a simple plan. She was 28, making $50,000 a year as a marketing coordinator, and she just read a study that stopped her cold. Researchers at Harvard and Princeton found that financial stress reduces your IQ by 13 points. That's equivalent to losing a full night's sleep every single day. Sarah realized she wasn't just broke. She was literally thinking worse because of it. The first level removes this cognitive tax entirely. $1,000 in annual dividend income sounds like pocket change, but it represents something profound. You've built your first income stream that exists outside your job. When unexpected expenses hit, you're not just scrambling between credit cards and borrowing money. You have assets that pay you. Bob, meanwhile, keeps all his money in savings accounts, earning essentially nothing. When his car breaks down, he's choosing between fixing it and paying rent on time. Same salary as Sarah, completely different relationship with emergencies. Sarah's strategy was almost boringly simple. She opened a brokerage account and started buying shares of Realty Income Corporation, ticker symbol O. It's a real estate investment trust that pays dividends monthly instead of quarterly. Every month, like clockwork, money appeared in her account. Started with $3, then $8, then $15. The math worked like this. Realty income was yielding about 5.5% when she started. To generate $1,000 annually, she needed roughly $18,000 invested. At $500 per month, it took her 3 years to reach level 1. But here's the key. She wasn't just saving $500. She was watching those monthly dividend payments grow larger every single month. Which level are you at right now? 0 dividend income. Level 1 with that first 1,000 annually or somewhere higher? Hold that answer, because what happens at each level changes everything about how you think about work. Level 2 is where your boss starts losing power over you, and it happens sooner than you think. $5,000 in annual dividend income. That's $416 every month. Suddenly, you're not just surviving unexpected expenses, you're covering real monthly costs. Your cell phone bill, car insurance, maybe half your grocery budget. This is where the psychology shifts from nice to have to this is actually changing my life. Sarah hit level 2 in year 5. She'd expanded beyond just realty income, adding Johnson & Johnson, Coca-Cola, and Procter & Gamble, companies that have been paying and raising dividends for decades. Her monthly dividend income was now covering her car payment and utilities. When her boss started pressuring everyone to work weekends, Sarah was the only one who said no, because she knew something Bob didn't. She could afford to get fired. That's the psychological breakthrough researchers call "fuck you money," though the academic term is autonomy enhancement through passive income. Same concept. The math to level 2, roughly $125,000 invested at 4% yield. If you're investing $1,000 monthly, that's about 8 years. But Sarah found ways to accelerate. She took her tax refunds and bonuses and invested them immediately instead of lifestyle inflation. She house hacked, renting out a room to increase her investment capacity. Bob, by contrast, spent his raises on a nicer apartment and a car payment. Same income growth, zero asset accumulation. When his company started layoffs, Bob was terrified. Sarah was curious about whether this might be her opportunity to negotiate remote work. Here's what I didn't tell you about Sarah's timeline. She actually reached level 2 in year 4, not year 5. Because dividend growth accelerates everything. The companies Sarah owned didn't just pay her dividends, they increased those dividends every single year. Johnson & Johnson has raised its dividend for 61 consecutive years. Coca-Cola for 62 years. Procter & Gamble for 67 years. So her $1,000 in year 3 became $1,100 in year 4 became $1,250 in year 5, without investing another penny. This is why the final 3 years feel completely different from the first 7. Dividend growth plus reinvestment creates a mathematical snowball effect that most people never experience because they quit too early. Level 3 is $15,000 in annual dividend income, $1,250 every month. This is where you stop trading time for money and start thinking about what you actually want to do with your days. Because that monthly payment is covering your housing, your food, your transportation. Everything else becomes choice. Sarah reached level 3 in year 7. Her portfolio had grown to roughly $375,000, generating enough passive income to cover her basic living expenses. When her company offered early retirement packages, Sarah was the only person under 40 who could actually consider it. Because while Bob was calculating unemployment benefits, Sarah was calculating whether her dividend income could support her while she started the consulting business she'd always talked about. Dr. Matthew Killingsworth published research in Nature Human Behavior, proving that passive income feels psychologically different from earned income, even at the same dollar amount. Your brain processes money you didn't work for as fundamentally different from money you earned by trading time. It activates different neural pathways associated with security and control rather than stress and scarcity. That's why Sarah felt calmer about money with $15,000 in dividend income than Bob felt making $60,000 at his job. Same spending power, completely different psychological experience. Level 4 is $30,000 annually, $2,500 monthly. This is where most people first start believing this might actually work. Your dividend income is covering not just survival, but comfort, travel, hobbies, the ability to say yes to experiences without checking your bank balance first. Level 5 is $50,000 annually, over $4,000 monthly. This is where you realize you could actually live on dividend income alone if you wanted to. Not lavishly, but comfortably. Sarah hit level 5 in year 8 with a portfolio worth $1.25 million. Bob, at this point, has been promoted twice, gotten married, bought a house with a 30-year mortgage, and feels more financially trapped than ever, despite earning more money than he ever has before. Level 6 is $75,000 annually, $6,250 monthly. This is where work becomes completely optional for most people. You're not just surviving on dividend income, you're thriving. Level 7 is $100,000 annually, $8,333 monthly. This is where the math starts feeling absurd to people who've never built dividend income before. Because you realize you're earning more from your investments than most people earn from their jobs. Here's where that mathematical quirk I mentioned earlier kicks in. Levels 8 through 10 happen faster than levels 1 through 7 because of dividend growth compounding. Level 8 is $150,000 annually, $12,500 monthly. Level 9 is $200,000 annually, $16,667 monthly. Level 10 is $300,000 annually, $25,000 monthly. Sarah reached level 8 in year 9 and level 10 by year 11. Not because she increased her investment rate, but because 30 companies had been growing their dividends for years. And compound growth in the back half makes the front half look slow in retrospect. The portfolio value needed for level 10, $7.5 million at 4% yield. Sounds impossible until you see the trajectory. Here's the real secret Sarah discovered. This isn't actually about retiring in 10 years. It's about reaching the point where work is a choice instead of a requirement. Most people who build serious dividend income never fully retire because they discover that financial freedom gives them the courage to pursue work they actually care about. The 4% rule isn't retirement math, it's freedom math. It's the point where your boss has no power over your time because your assets generate more income than your expenses require. Whether you keep working becomes a creative decision, not a survival decision. Let's be honest about the math. Starting from zero, investing $1,000 monthly in dividend-paying stocks averaging 4% yield with 3% annual dividend growth, you hit level 10 in 12 years, not 10. The 10-year timeline requires either higher investment amounts, higher yields, or getting lucky with growth. But here's what matters more than the exact timeline. Sarah started feeling free at level 2, which took 4 years. Bob, after 15 years of salary increases and promotions, still feels trapped because he never built assets that pay him. The goal isn't to wait until level 10 to start feeling different about money. The goal is to start building level 1 immediately so you can begin experiencing what financial autonomy actually feels like. If you're starting from zero today, here's the simplest possible approach. Open a brokerage account. Buy shares of a dividend index fund like the Vanguard Dividend Appreciation, ETF, ticker symbol VIG. Invest whatever amount you can sustain monthly. Watch your first dividend payment hit your account in 3 months. Don't optimize for perfection, optimize for momentum. Sarah's first investment was $50 in realty income because that's what she could afford. The amount matters less than starting the psychological shift from consumer to owner. Remember that mathematical quirk I mentioned at the beginning? Here it is. The difference between level 7 and level 10 is just 3 years, but it represents $200,000 in additional annual income. The back-end acceleration happens because you're not just investing new money, you're reinvesting ever-growing dividend payments from an ever-growing number of companies that are increasing their dividends every single year. Years 1 through 7 build the foundation. Years 8 through 10 build the freedom. Drop in the comments which level you're at right now. 0, 1, 2, or higher. I want to know where you're starting from so I can make videos that actually help your specific situation. If this resonated with you, watch The Psychology of Dividend Investors Who Escape the Rat Race next. It breaks down the identity shifts that happen when your money starts working harder than you do. The difference between Bob and Sarah wasn't intelligence or luck or connections. It was understanding that building assets that pay you is the only path to actual financial freedom. If you want to stop feeling trapped by your paycheck, the math is simple. The timeline is predictable. The only question is whether you'll start today or keep waiting for tomorrow.